Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NEPA TV show, and this is probably some of the older subscribers have not seen in some time. I'm doing some casting for StarCraft 2. Not really, obviously. I haven't played StarCraft in a long time. Last time I played was back in August or July for the anniversary, and I just thought it'd be fun to do some good old-fashioned StarCraft 2 pro casting, because I used to remember it being really fun. Plus I was seeing I'm not gonna lie, I was seeing some of my old videos and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's do it. So this guy named Serral, he's a Zerg player. You may have heard of him. He's one of the new age Zerg players. I haven't kept up with the esports scene in quite some time, so he's I feel like he is pretty successful. I'm not sure. A lot of fans will be like, "Of course he's successful. He's one of the greatest Zergs in history, and you should kill yourself." I'm like, "Whoa, man. I'm sorry. I don't know." So yeah, that's Serral. He's up there in the top left. He's doing that cool fast expansion that the cool Zerg kids are doing, since the beginning of time. Then you got ShoWTimE. He's this red Protoss. I feel like I've heard of this guy before, but He's a Protoss player, so this will be interesting. Oh wow, yeah, Serral's opening with a little hatchery block there. That'll be really annoying. But I guess not really. I feel like this would be more annoying for ShoWTimE if he was going Nexus first. So he's actually going to be in quite a fine position. He's sending some probes to stop the hatchery, which I feel like Serral is going to cancel this. Usually based on prior games, they will. So, and there's a little probe on patrol up there, which is pretty cool. But Serral does cancel it, and he puts down Evo Chamber. I have not seen that in quite some time. I wonder if that's kind of the meta, just to kind of mess with the Protoss's head a little bit. But Nexus does go down for ShoWTimE. So, economically, probably right where he wants to be for ShoWTimE. So it looks like, I believe the standard for Zerg nowadays, or has been for the past 5 years, is hatch first, then extractor spawning pool. And that's because you can really get away with that hatch first nowadays. God, I sound like an old man, but with the old worker count that we used to get back in my day, we used to have only one worker, and it cost 150 minerals to get another worker. Yeah, that never happened. So anyways, Lings, there's a probe there. He's getting a little reckless there. He's kind of in the wrong neighborhood. Probably should go back where he comes from. Zealot up here, probably not going to do much really, unless Serral really messes up. That would be very fun to watch. So I actually like this Zealot. This is actually really annoying, but 2 queens should make quick work of this Zealot for sure. We got a Stargate coming out too, so we might see some Oracle play for sure. Maybe some Voids, maybe some Carriers, maybe some Tempests too while we're at it. So anyways, third base goes down. That's pretty cool. And surprisingly, the supply is actually pretty similar. That'll definitely change once this hatchery gets back up, or gets up rather, not back up because it wasn't up in the first place. Adepts are moving in. Heck yeah. That phase, whatever, we canceled it. Nice. So that is definitely really annoying for the Zerg player. Yeah, it's pretty annoying for sure. No gas at the natural yet, nor the second gas. Typically Zergs, I believe, do that in order to just have minerals to spend on drones for this third base. Serral might even get a fourth base while he's at it. And he's getting a lair, and I think that's a pretty fast lair. And he does have some spores, so I don't know how he found out. Maybe he was just like, I need to prepare for anything this Protoss is going to do, because it's going to ruin my day. Every time the Protoss just breathes, it'll just ruin my day. Adepts move in, getting some drone. Got one drone anyways. Is it 2? It's not 2. It is 2. It was 2. Nice. Okay, cool. So 2 drones are dead. Third base going down for ShoWTimE. He's got a Void Ray on patrol because he is pretty cool. I would imagine this Void Ray is very nauseous going back and forth like this, especially in a spaceship. That is some major spaceship seasickness, or I guess space sickness, you know, like I read in that one science fiction book. All right. Really cool pylon placement. I like how it blocks the mineral patch here. That's pretty sick. Alrighty, we got a little bit of oversaturation. He's probably going to transfer over to the third base. And we're seeing a lot of tech from ShoWTimE. So he's just chilling like a good Protoss player. He's just chilling back. He's going to tech, and he might just go to the late game, which, as everyone knows, Protoss can have the ability to be pretty powerful in that field. So that's pretty cool. Roaches coming out. Those are cool. Roaches are always cool to get. And, wow, a queen drop. There are 4 queens in this Overlord. So this will be interesting. And, yep, 2 other queens in there. So I'm curious what he's going to do, what Serral's going to do. And as you can see, the supply is going up for Serral, too, on a random note. Oh, there's the Oracle, and then there's some Void Rays. And they're killing those lings like it's out of style. That is pretty cool. Uh-oh. That queen drop. Oh, the transfusion. Sick, dude. All right, that was a sick save. You definitely want to save those Overlords for that queen drop because, as we all know, those queen drops are oh, no! 2 queens. Okay. Well, that's okay. He'll just get some other ones. I mean, look at the minerals up here. It's crazy. All right. Lings and roaches are moving in, and then there's some Void Rays. No! Serral, how could you not drop them, you bastero? God damn. Alright, that's fine. I'm sure, like I said, the minerals, alright, they're not so high anymore. That's okay. Shield batteries are pretty cool. It's one of those new things. ShoWTimE's got some Stakas and some Void Rays, very potent combo, and that third Nexus is going to go down. That is actually pretty big, and it actually supply blocks ShoWTimE. And there's a Ling drop. Dude, Serral's going crazy. He's like, I've had enough of your stupid air, so I'm going to counter your air with Zerglings in your nose or your jawbone, something like that. You know, it's one of those things, you know, you never know. You never know what you don't know until you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Anyways. Alright, so Overlord's over here. We're gonna go to the third base. Still no fourth base from Serral, which is actually surprising. And another Ling drop. This is pretty sick. So, looks like these two took a page out of the Brood War textbook and decided to go very tactical, or their mechanics are really, really refined. Really, really, really refined. So that kind of makes sense for sure. Oh no, that's very annoying, I'm sure. Alright, so Void Rays are coming in, and that queen is dead. So, very high genocide for the queens for sure in this match. Very, very sad times. These what are these Ravages? That's right, they do the corrosive bile and doing a lot of damage on those Void Rays, forcing ShoWTimE to pull back. And then there's more Zergling drops. Unfortunately, one Zergling did die, so we do have to send some roses to his wife. Unfortunately, it's sad when a Zergling soldier goes. It's always a sad thing. Alright, so, Natural Nexus here. He goes in, he goes right out. That is the way I like it. Alright, got some Lings over at the third base here. And they're waiting. They are waiting to go in. Void Ray is rendezvousing to take out that Overlord. I really like that play. He just sent one. Obviously, these pros are not going to overreact. Oh, there are some Hydras and a corrosive bile. Hits that ground like crazy. All right. So Voiders are going in the back here, and they're going to go do some damage over here. And that's pretty cool because there's some damage over here. And wow, all those Zerglings actually managed to get out. So I think Serral at this point is just going to freaking scout. And then, Serral has 5 queens to stop the Void Ray onslaught and a recall, it looks like, back to base. Where did they go? They went here to counteract the very scary Zergling attack. Unfortunately, there were no survivors. It was a suicide mission. And they will all need roses for their families as well. Very sad indeed. 26 probes in the third base. ShoWTimE, you got to get that fourth base, my man. And we're actually seeing a fourth base from Serral right now. I feel like the reason why it was delayed is because there's so much freaking stuff happening. That kind of makes sense. All right, we got a Warp Prism coming in with Zealots, and I think he did drop, but unfortunately, due to my negligence, I couldn't see it. Fourth base is going down. Zerglings are going down, literally down in the ground, 6 feet under. All right. Oh, this is kind of cool, the wood here. Little side note, little side quest. Got some Ravager Lurkers. Lurkers are pretty cool. Again, taking another page out of the textbook of Brood War. It's pretty sick. Got some here High Templar, and they're just gonna. It's just gonna be classic Protoss Death Ball. Who can go wrong with the classic Protoss Death Ball? We got a fifth base going down for Serral. He probably needs some gas because he's running pretty low. Yeah, usually at this point, in my experience, Zergs only get extra bases just for the gas, because they only need 3 or 4 for an efficient mineral income. That made sense somewhere, and if you disagree with me, well, that's you, man. All right, let's see. There's a fifth base down here. It got canceled. Lightning fast reflexes from Serral. It's almost like he's a professional or something. Lurkers going in. There's a revelation, and it looks like the freaking Lurkers are revealed, and they're dying, and this is no bueno for this here Serral, but he's still sticking in there, dodging the storms like a true dude, and, oh, another storm goes down. Quite annoying. There's some casualties on the field on both sides. Oh my god, there's that there parasitic bomb. It looks like we got some Vipers on the field that I didn't see, which I'll take a look after this fight. But the Protoss Death Ball's actually going down. Luckily, I feel like at this point ShoWTimE definitely is going to have enough buildings. Yeah, he has enough buildings to resupply 2 starports. Actually, he could definitely have more, but he has quite a bit. He's got a Robo Bay. It's looking good. So if he loses this Death Ball, he could just recall like this, get more reinforcements, and freaking have at it. Look at this base. Definitely some defenses here for sure, which is pretty sick. I remember Bisu getting a bunch of turrets in Brood War, defending all of the outlier bases. For you, those of you that never took math, that means outside in academic talk. Alright, so we got some Zealots up here. They're trying to do a cool sneaky move behind enemy lines. Some special forces, definitely SEAL Team 6-esque stuff. Yeah, nothing really going on now. I think they're just trying to, take their licks, as they say in New York. Taking down the rocks here. Pretty cool. The Void Rays. I wonder what the tech is going to be. We got some carriers and the Mortals, so we got some armor busters, and we got some everything else buster. Oh, and it looks like there's a counterattack with some Hydralisks, and I think they do have speed. They do. Got that speed upgrade. They also should have the range upgrade too. So Hydras are doing work with the Lings, and it's going to force the Protoss to pull back. This is very smart on Serral's part because he is basically forcing the Protoss to stay at his home base while Serral can do... He could probably do another counterattack. He's also building up an army for himself. It needs time for upgrades, such as, interesting movement speed of roaches. Anyways, I think at this point you could kind of do whatever you want. Got some Vipers here. 2 Vipers are pretty nice. The side storms going down. Those are pretty cool too. Oh my god, the Lurker drop. Crazy. I don't even think it was a drop. It was just Lurker going in, but he's doing work, and there's an observer, and that Lurker dies a glorious death. Very glorious indeed. Got +3 coming down for the Protoss. Got some more carriers coming out from the Protoss. I think these are the first 2, so I shouldn't say more. I should say the initial ones, because that's what's gonna happen. Nope, I lied. Looks like I'm going to court for lying. Alrighty. And then we got some here overlords here. That's just one overlord. Wow, this is really exciting so far. Oh my god. Total of 5 bases so far for ShoWTimE here. And I think we have the same for the Zerg. That is correct. He's getting some spine crawlers too to defend against these annoying pesky Zealot charges, which is very smart. And it's almost like this has happened to him before, if I had to guess. We have some Warp Prism action, but oh wow, Serral just barely wasn't able to catch that, but he sees it with the Overseer now, so he's pulling back. He's got some spores here, and that War Person can't really do anything unless, of course, he ignores it like he's doing. Hell yeah, that Hydralisk is alive. That is the luckiest Hydralisk on the planet. We got some oversaturation on this Extractor on a random note that was not relevant at all. Okay, we got some Void Rays and some Hydras. Hydras are way out of position, which is no bueno. Pulls back is great, and they're regrouping, killing that one Zealot. Take that, Zealot, you stupid. Alright, got some Zealots over here. They're going to do a counterattack over here on the 5th base, but luckily they're going to be punched. They're going to be punched in the face with a spear. These look like the worms from freaking Doom Eternal. Oh my gosh. These were spores. They were not spine crawlers, but that's okay. 3 is good enough, especially with this lurker. We have a 6-bait going down for ShoWTimE, and he's doing work, man. He's doing work. He's putting a pile on. Probably going to put some photon cannons down, too, which is pretty sick. Got this here. Carrier has arrived again. We got some photon cannons over here on the 3rd base for the Protoss. Still has some oversaturation, but it's okay. He's probably focusing on other things. He's only one man after all. And then we got the... I think I already mentioned this. Yes, I did. I'm crazy. So there's going to be attack from ShoWTimE. We got some Void Rays and Carriers with the Immortal and the Archon killing the Creep Tumor. Lurkers going in. They're not burrowing. 2 just died for no reason, which is unfortunate. Got some Carrier Interceptors doing work. Nice Ice Storm on that there. Hydralisk, but that's not going to matter because... Actually, yes, it is going to matter because Protoss is kind of winning the siege a little bit, but he actually has to pull back. Interceptors are dying, and those take actually quite a bit of time. 9 seconds can mean the difference for sure. Got some upgrades going for the Zerg here. Revelation so that Protoss could see the Lurker. Lurker is going to die and dead, which is pretty unfortunate for that Lurker for sure. But Zerg does stop it, which is pretty cool. I would imagine some kind of counterattack at this point, but he's not doing it. Totally understand. He's kind of focused right here. And subsequently, the Protoss is going to be focusing his attention on this area as well. See if they're fighting each other and they have to micro. Typically, they have to be present for that, I think. Changeling's going in. Changeling's still going in. Cool. Changeling's dead. Alright. We got some of the pathogen glands. Oh yeah, the starting energy. That's always cool. Neuroparasite would be fun to see for sure too. Alright, and there's some Viper poles there. I forgot what the ability is called. Abduct? Yeah, Abduct. And wow, there's a lot going on, and I totally just blew that off. That's okay. It's not really okay though. It looks like some Lurker counterattack. This is pretty sick. He's killing this, he's doing some structural damage, and the Zealots can't really do anything. Yeah, they didn't really do anything. They, now they can, because the Lurkers are pretty low. And it's actually forcing the Protoss to pull back, so this was an effective counterattack. Serral, that was really good. I appreciate you. But the game ain't over yet. ShoWTimE's still in this, obviously. He is Protoss. That is why he's still in this. I'm just kidding. For all you them haters out there. You hate Protoss for no good reason, without any evidence. Just kidding. I'm sure. Yeah. Anyways, that made no sense. That's pretty cool. Alright, so the rocks are going down. Which I'm actually surprised. I thought those were down already, but that's okay. Because... he's just opening up new doors, and in this case, they're rocks, which is kind of like destroying a door, sort of. I don't know. But he didn't destroy the door. So, count your blessings. That's what they say. Hydralisk and Lurker counterattack, and there is a... Wow, I just noticed this. The Hydralisk has the classic, or they changed that. That's weird. That doesn't look that great. Unless that's something I put as the portrait, but anyways, counterattack doing some structural damage, and that's cool. Protoss has to pull back again, so Serral's really keeping ShoWTimE on his toes and really giving him the show of his life for sure. Zealot's going to counterattack. There is a recall, and the Zerg, like a smart player, is going to pull back, but the Archons actually counter. Oh my god, they just completely catch everything, and the splash is immense, and everything is dead. But that's okay, because the beauty of Zerg is you could just press, you know, some keys, and magic, like poof, they appear. Some units. What is this down here? It's going to be destroyed. So that's unfortunate for Serral, but you could always get this one. But the counterattacks keep happening. Hydralisk up here. Kill the turret. Take that turret. All right. Cannon, whatever. For all you semantic nerds down there. All right. Yeah, hatchery's gone. Yep, that's dead. Oh, Lecter's going down. Those Zealots are going to be gone. Spine Crawlers are just going to keep them there. That's pretty sick. And a lot of back and forth between these two. It's really anybody's game at this point. Mineral advantage does go to ShoWTimE. Has like 2.67, almost 3K. And then he's got a crap ton of gas. Excuse my language. And then you got Zerg up here. You got 700, 900 E, which is pretty cool. You got a hatchery being made here. And a hatchery being made here. So that is the news. Still got some oversaturation here, but that is fine. He doesn't really have anywhere else to go. Could take this weird base here. Definitely this one. The Vespian's blue. That's kind of cool. Green. Yep, I'm just listing colors at this point. Lamel. All right, got another starport down. That's going to really help with the production of starships. And I think he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got like 4 starports. He's got a DT. Pretty much every tech you could think imaginable from the Protoss. That was a nice size storm. The Corruptors were all clumped too. Got some shield upgrades going down. Air armor upgrades going down. We got some melee upgrades going down for the Zerg. We got some flyers, some flyer stuff, He's getting them frequent flyer miles for Alaska. Always important so that you could get some discounts on your flights for sure, which a lot of people are doing nowadays with the pandemic, I'm sure. Let's see. We got some flux veins. Isn't that the carrier one? That's right. Increases the speed and acceleration. What is this? Research tectonic destabilizers. Improves the Tempest resonance coil to deal 40 plus damage versus structures. Wow. Way to go, Blizzard. All right. So Zerg moving down here. Creep spread is actually pretty lackluster, but it kind of makes sense considering the observers killing all the Tumas. It's not a Tuma. We got some Corruptors here. They're moving up. So Serral's actually splitting his army a little bit. I think he was trying to do a counterattack, but that's a lot of cannons. And that's also the Protoss' army. So at this point, Protoss is obviously sticking to his starport Psystorm ball of death kind of thing, which is pretty cool. All right, and then Zerg's gonna have to kind of follow suit. He's got a bunch of Corruptors. He's got Vipers. Probably needs more Vipers versus this, because if he parasitic bombs all of these in quick succession, it is quite effective. At this point, notice the Zerg does not have any tier 1, 2, 3 units. He has all those tier 4 units. I made that up, I'm sure. Carrier does go down. That was pretty big, kind of. At this point in the game, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a pro. Anyways, Changelings are here. No! Changelings! Oh, they were so young! Alright, anyways, Changelings are dead. That was cool. What's this? Oversight? Oh, yeah, this is cool. Canceled after activation. Cool. Alright, got some hatchery up here again, has to be replaced. So at this point, it's just back and forth with, the bases being put down. Yep. Alright, Ultralisk moving in, and they are doing work. They're killing probes. It's actually pretty big at this point in the game. Income is still pretty healthy for both players. Definitely favoring the Zerg player. Not in gas, but minerals, so that's pretty cool. And there's a Dark Templar in the actual fight. Spore Crawlers can see him, but there's nothing to stop him except that Ultralisk that just died, and that's no bueno. Dark Templars have to pull back. I really like the strategy of putting a few Dark Templars in the ball, because, you know, they just what the hell? What? They gave Dark Templars blink? Are you serious? Ah! Are you kidding me? Blizzard, what are you thinking? Oh my god! I can't believe that. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. That is, wow. Awesome. Okay, well, so Dark Templars have blink. That's cool. Alright. Void Rays are coming in with the Dark Templars, killing that hatchery. Serral's base is down. I don't think anything... Actually, a few things were mined here. Gas has not been mined at this base at all, so this is definitely a very strategic location. Protoss doesn't really have any other choice. He is expanding here. Has expanded there, rather. Alright. And I think Serral's just going to do another counterattack, just back and forth counterattack. Photon Cannon is getting healed by these shield batteries, which are super uber useful. Those are pretty cool. And repositioning the lurkers here to get more surface area. And wow, shield generators are pretty good. So those cannons are pretty much unbreachable. You're going to need some Broodlords, I feel like, at this point. But why would you get Broodlords when, you know, Skytoss is on the battlefield, which makes sense. And Skytoss is his name, by the way, is getting the mothership. Skytoss is getting the mothership, so this is looking pretty dank maymays. We got some Broodlords, so a few Broodlords. I think that's very reasonable, because it can take care of these cannons. It also does a lot of harassment on the probes, which unfortunately cannot be prioritized automatically. You have to manually click and, you know, a click or right click on the probes for the broodlings here. But the Nexus is going down. That's going to set ShoWTimE a little bit back. Very annoying for sure. And what Serral could do is he could keep throwing broodlings at this position, but the Protoss could go around. He's actually doing that right now, kind of through the middle. He's doing what's called a blitz. For all you American football fans out there, that is when they just go right up the middle. Not really. I don't think it's just the middle. I don't know football. Not soccer. American football. Anyways, hatchery goes down again. And I forgot to mention that the hatchery did die, which is why this hatchery is being built again. We got some infestors up here. Yep, that's pretty cool. And wow, we got, what the heck is, I did read this before. That's right, the structures. I just don't recognize the picture. Got some centrifugal hooks at 27 minutes in the game. That's what I'm talking about. Serral, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Alrighty, got some infestors moving in here. Yep, nothing really going on at this point. At this point, we've reached a part of the game where both players are a little timid, because if they overextend too much, that could be game over for the other person. What is this? Microbial Shroud. Creates a shroud that obscures ground units underneath, reduces damage taken from air units by 50%. Oh, it's like Dark Swarm, but for air units. That could be really useful, actually, for the freaking... for the Zerg in general, considering that is a Zerg ability. We got a hatchery right out here in the middle. It looks like this base is completely saturated. Same with these gas here. Very important for Serral to secure this location, because the gas is now being mined at this position. There's a fight over here. Broodlings are taken down and doing damage, and doing incredible amounts of damage. Mothership is going in for ShoWTimE, or as I could say, the Skytoss player. Killing the Changeling. What did they ever do to you? That is so messed up, man. All right, we got some Immortals doing some sick micro. They're going to provide a choke point, or they're going to be in the choke point that's provided based on the Nexus here, and it's forcing Serral to pull back with his little splinter faction over here. Broodlings Our Broodlords are doing a little bit of work on the cannons here, but Tempest, you know, that range, Tempests are snipers, man. They're the intervention. They just 360 no-scope those Broodlords. And there's nothing you can really do at that point except get good. So Protoss is repositioning. Still oversaturated. I don't know how many times I've said that, and it's understandable, but I don't know why I keep mentioning it. Maybe because I'm a jerk. Maybe. All right, hatchery's going down up here. The Protoss was the originator of this. Oh no, he's going to be in for a rude surprise when that probe arrives. He's going to be like, what the heck? This was my base. This was my home. All right, there's Zerglings and Lurkers over here. Mortal and Archon Adept Zealot combo doing quite great versus them. Yep, just back and forth, and actually, ShoWTimE's actually not going to go on the offensive. Pretty smart move. I think what ShoWTimE is doing is slowly pushing towards his opponent, and you could actually say the same about Serral as well. Shinglings are going in for some scouting, and Cannon does go down, and some Zealots go down, and Mortal and Adept. And they're going down, and the Observer goes down. That was cool. This base is gone. That was actually pretty huge because there is a gas geyser here and some mineral fields, which definitely could contribute to the economy, one might say, for ShoWTimE. This base is not occupied. It looks like the ShoWTimE here did take it out, and still Serral is doing some quite a bit of damage going in the back line here, really forcing the Protoss to move back and forth, and he's just super confused. He's like, where do I go? I don't know what to do. And that's really what you want to do, is you really want to make the Protoss ask those questions, because those are the hardest questions to ask. That's a lot of Corruptors. What is that? 26? Wow, 26. Corruptors. Protoss is moving up. Gonna take out this base. That's pretty big too, because there is it's still relatively healthy for what's left on this map. And Spores are doing work versus the Interceptors. High Templar, they're just kind of chilling. Fungal growth. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fungal growth doesn't hold something in place. I think it slows it down now. That's probably old information. Yeah, so speed is reduced by 75%, so they're slowed down. They reduce speed by 25%. Reveals cloaked and burrowed units. Oh, that's sick. Affected units cannot blink. Dude, that's sick. Or oh, dude, you can't load transports or buildings. That's really cool. So fungal growths could be really great versus warp prism attacks if they're in position, theoretically, as the academics say. That Zealot never stood a chance. Bye, probe. There goes that pylon. And Ultralists are moving in. This is actually kind of scary for ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE might have to recall here, or he's just going to move over there. He's not going to bother recalling, because by that time, Serral's pulling out. Ultralists, no, you were so young. Photon cannons are doing really great. Those shield batteries are wicked strong. Just incredibly strong. Definitely gives Protoss an edge in terms of defense structures, indeed. Got a little squad of troops here. That probe was holding. Alright, Psystorm misses, hits a little bit. Immortal goes down, and the Ultralists are going in. Serral's going to try to do as much damage as possible. Again, just back and forth, forcing the Protoss to go this way, and then immediately have to go this way. And Serral sees this Skytoss Armada, so what's he going to do? He's going to go down here at some point, I think. I thought he was. Yes, okay. That's what he's doing, because he sees this, so he does this. It's for all you programming nerds out there, that, if this, then that kind of thing. That's it. That's all you need to know for computer science. Super simple. Anybody can do it. DM me if you disagree. Yeah, I don't know. Probes are dead. Nexus is dead. Lots of interceptors. Killing spores all day long. Nice. This base is fully saturated for Serral, and it's about to go down. There are definitely not enough spores in the world for this task force. And this is forcing Serral to kind of pull back. He does get revealed by the Oracle, so his positions will be known. Ultralists are moving in. I really like how Serral is using his Ultralists to counterattack solely. They basically just replaced Zerglings in the early game, because notice how the Zerglings were just counterattacking and whatnot. Those Tempests, my god. Fungal Growth right on the Void Ray. That was a pretty decent hit. Got 5 of them, slowing them down, dealing some damage. That's pretty cool. Parasitic Bombs, though, man. I mean, I don't know if they got nerfed to the ground, but I remember Parasitic Bombs being moist spicy. Yeah. Alright, got some of this here Void Ray action, got some of this here Tempest action, got some of this here Mothership action, got some of this here Templar action. Thought I heard something. Just my schizophrenia kicking in, I'm sorry. Hatchery up here. Building. Boras doesn't care. He's going up here to the actual mine place where all the civilians are. He's taking out the hatchery. And he takes it out. But in the meantime, we got a little Broodlord counterattack Panzer Brigade down here. And we got drones long distance mining at the crucial location being rebuilt. The Utopia. Oh man, got some time warps here. I think they're called time warps, right? Time warps here. And the fleet destroys this here hatchery. And even though this gas is mined out, the minerals are quite strong still. So in the meantime, Serral's going to pull back. And it's a lot of tug-of-war action going on. These are the games you want to play. Cannons are destroying Broodlords. This is definitely not going to be breached unless you have Ultralists, which we do see down here. And then we have some Void Rays up here. And 3 Archons, and the Hero Immortal is going in, and that was a fat fungal growth and parasitic bombs. God damn, that was sick. And that, wow, that destroys a large majority. That was pretty huge. Oh my god, fungal growth right on the fleet. Psystorm's going crazy. Interceptor's going crazy. I'm going crazy. Neuroparasite. Oh man, it could be anybody's bad at this point, but the corruptors are simply not enough versus the might of the Protoss fleet. Even though those were some sick fungals, sick parasitic bombs, sick everything, it was no match for pure upgrades. In fact, I think they're actually equal in upgrades. They are equal in upgrades at this point because they're professional. They are not perfect, but they are pretty damn close. Fleet is going in. I think at this point, ShoWTimE is going to win. That was really huge. That was definitely the fight of ages. Absolutely. Yep. And we got Nexus down here being rebuilt again for, I believe, the 42nd time this game. And that is not a joke. I believe that is true. And if you try to convince me otherwise with evidence and facts, I will simply say you're wrong because it's true. I am right. Hatchery goes down. Extractor goes down. This base is the punished base of Serral. Same with this one too for ShoWTimE. Anyways, fleet's moving in at this point. I'm pretty sure at this point it is pretty much over, if I'm pretty sure myself. Spores go down, and once ShoWTimE moves in, it is all she wrote. Lights out for Serral, who put up a fantastic fight, but unfortunately at this point of the game, late game Protoss is still pretty strong. GG from Serral, and I'll see you in the next game.